Hi there. I'm Bill Metcalf, the Director of Business Development at Strategic Technology Associates in Moncton. Now, I've been working closely with Sean Robertson for over a year now. Of course, you haven't seen me because I do most of my work in the background, and I live in Chicago. But I am coming to Moncton for the entire week of July 7th through the 13th. And one of my main reasons for coming to visit is to see you. You see, you're one of Sean's clients who we believe really uses technology to better serve your customers, and we would like to feature you and your company in our client showcase. Our goal is to position your company as the best company to work with in your area of expertise in Atlantic Canada and beyond. So we would like to do a short interview with you to help position how you use technology to be more effective and productive, and how that creates value for your customers, clients, and your stakeholders. Now, this interview will be educationally driven, as opposed to some lame attaboy story about how great Sean is. I mean, we all know that, and it'd be great if you said some nice things about Sean. But what we really want to do is help other business owners, managing partners, executive directors, and municipal officials to improve how they use technology. And we believe your story can help them in those efforts. I promise to make you look and sound marvelous in this simple video interview, which will be done with just you, me, and my little digital camera. Now, some people worry that they won't be good on camera, but just listen to a few people that I've interviewed in the past and hear what they say about working with me.
First of all, I think that video is a little bit intimidating. What Bill has brought to the table, especially with his consulting services, it kind of brings it down to a level where you feel more comfortable in putting yourself out there on video. He has a very a strong knack for making you feel comfortable once you're in front of the camera. It's been very conversational. I know I'm being recorded, while he's interviewing me, but he does it in such a way that you feel comfortable and that it appears and feels like you're just conversing.
I've tried video before. I had the camera here and I tried to put the script behind it so that I could read it and it didn't look like I was looking down, and everybody knows what's going on. But this is just a conversation. Bill and I sit down, we have a chat, he understands my business, and he gets the best out of me.
Sounds pretty painless, eh? I promise you will love doing the interview with me. But since Sean is also committed to your business development as well as his own, we'd like to make this additional offer to you. After we do the first part of our interview, we will reserve some time at the end of the shoot for me to interview you about your organization. Now, these clips can be used for your own website or even be just used with an email link to share your story with your customers, prospects, donors, anybody you'd like to share with. Here are a couple of examples of recent videos I shot for another client where his raving fans discuss their own businesses.
My name is Cynthia Milo. I'm the Executive Vice President of Purchasing Management International. We are an independent contract purchasing company, and we service the hotel and casino industries. If you've spent any time in a hotel, either renovating or operating a hotel or trying to get a hotel open, it only takes you one or two openings to really feel the pain when things don't go right. And we always tease our owners that a lot of times they try to do things themselves one time. And then the second time they call someone and say, okay, help me out here, because they realize how tough it is and how much money you can actually lose when things don't go right. And at the end of the day, if you can't get open, that's going to cost you money.
I started my own firm when I was 25 years old. I was too young and arrogant to know that I was too young and arrogant to start my own firm, so I just went out and did it. What we try to do is to do for individuals those things that a chief financial officer would do in a business. What we find is our clients are very bright, very successful. They can do for themselves most of the things we do for them, but it tends to be one of those things that, you've got a family, you've got hobbies, you want to travel, you have your career, that it kind of gets pushed to the bottom of the stack and many times doesn't happen.
That would be nice to have for your organization, wouldn't it? I mean, no false modesty here, but people pay me a lot of money to create these kinds of video interviews for their organizations, and we would like to offer these to you free of charge. We also believe that the exposure of your company in our client showcase will position you powerfully in the marketplace. So what do you have to prepare? Nothing really. We can totally wing it when we get together and just chat. I've done over 1,000 of these kinds of interviews, and I've never failed to get great stories. So you're really in safe hands here. But for those of you who would like to talk with me a bit before the interview, especially about what you would like to have in your video clip, I would love to chat with you briefly before I come to Moncton. In the email you received, you'll see a time trade link. If you click on that link, you'll first see this welcome from Sean and I, and then you'll come to this screen to select a time for us to do our shoot. Depending on when you come to this page, you may have to move ahead to the week that I'm going to be there, July 7 through 13. You will see that I've set out blocks of times for 4 mornings, 5 afternoons, and 5 evening sessions. 14 slots in all. Select yours and we're off and running. Now, don't be scared away by the 4-hour blocks of times. I mean, we'll probably only need under an hour for both your showcase interview and the piece for your company. But I need to travel to your location, set up, do the interview, strike, and get on to the next location. So we've set aside 4 hours for us. So if you select an 8 to noon time slot, we'd probably be needing you somewhere around 9:30 to 11. For a 1 to 5 slot, maybe 2:30 to 4. Or if you want to do this after hours and took a 5 p.m. slot, we would need you maybe around 6:30 to 8. Of course, when we start to schedule people, we can slide these times around a little bit to accommodate your busy schedules. Oh, by the way, you get final editorial rights. Nothing will go out unless you say you think it presents you and your organization in a great light. Remember, our goal is to provide valuable information that can help other executives in every sort of endeavor get better at using technology. It'll just be me, you, and the camera. And I promise that once you start talking to me, you'll probably forget that the camera's even on. So we're just going to have a conversation. So what will we talk about, by the way, for the technology side of the showcase? I mean, you don't have to be a technology expert. If you are, that's fine, but it's really simple. We just want to know what kind of challenges you were facing before we started working. I mean, what was the problem? And how did we solve those problems? And most importantly, what can you do now that you couldn't do before? And how does that benefit you and the people you serve? Simple, huh? I'll edit the interviews and make us look and sound better than we are. And then after you approve it, we'll share the video with our clients and prospects. And I will send you an edited video for your own company that you can use. You can simply upload it to YouTube or even use it off of my own account if you wish. Whatever works for you. So that's it. Just click on the time trade link in the email and we can set up a shoot time. Or if you have questions, you can call or email Sean or I at the contact information in the email you received. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to seeing you soon in Moncton.